The Great Rift Valley's fractured escarpments and lowlands cast volcanoes, steaming vents, lakes and pulsing hot springs. The unique features of the rift, which cuts from the Red Sea to Mozambique in the southeastern part of Africa, have marveled geologists for centuries, more so now when activities below ground are starting to show on the surface. Scientists believe Africa will split in two in 5 to 10 million years' time as tectonic plates around the rift move away from each other. About 150 experts from around the world met in Addis Ababa, Ethiopia recently to discuss the phenomenon and share latest findings on how the split will create a new ocean formation. Dr. Tim Wright, a scientist at the University of Leeds in the United Kingdom, said the movement of plates, especially in Afar region of Ethiopia where it is faster, will change the continent's geography in millions of years to come.
In Ethiopia is opening at about 1 centimetre every year. In Afar it's a little bit faster, about 2 centimetres every year. So it's a little bit less than the speed your fingernails grow. So it's a very, very slow process in general, but geologists have lots of time. So if we go on 1 million years, then we end up with 10 kilometres at 1 centimetre every year. If you go on 5 to 10 million years, you start to really stretch the Rift Valley, and eventually water will flood in. The eastern part of Ethiopia and the Horn of Africa will split off, and we'll have new ocean material flooding in, and Africa really will be split in two.
The conference was organized by the Afar Consortium, a group of geologists that carry out continuous research on Afar, northern Ethiopia, one of the Earth's most active geological sites. The scientists hope the research and findings shared at the meeting will help to mitigate volcanic hazards and prepare better for earthquakes, which are almost impossible to predict.
So this helps us to expand our knowledge how to monitor and mitigate volcanic and earthquake hazards. But it is very difficult to predict. That's not possible. But still, we found that how the magma behaves, how it cuts the continental crust, how it pushes apart, and how eventually that will lead into the ocean formation process.
We're in an incredibly exciting place where 3 tectonic plates are all pulling apart, and that's been causing earthquakes and also big volcanic eruptions. The last 6 years have been particularly active. So what this meeting is about is bringing together local and international experts on the tectonics of Ethiopia and Africa in more general terms to understand how the Earth is pulling apart and how that causes these eruptions and earthquakes.
Scientists from other parts of Africa, like Cameroon, where the Mbere Rift Valley has similar characteristics to East Africa's rift, were also at the meeting to gain more knowledge about magmatism, a process responsible for mountain formation from magma.